Hey, Vinyl Conversations. You're tuned into another session. It's Sunday, June 14th. How's everyone doing today?
June
We
is
are your hosts.
halfway over, guys. Come on.
Look, almost. So,
Halfway.
look, we are your hosts. I'm Latifa. That's Tamarisha.
Hey.
And of course, you know what Vinyl Conversations is. This is where we talk about what they were really talking about on those lyrics, on those tracks, whatever it is, YouTube, vinyl, 45s, live streams, whatever it is, that's what we're going to talk about. So let's go ahead and get the disclaimer out of the way. We do not own the rights to this music at all whatsoever. It's for entertainment purposes only. So Tamarisha's going to repeat that
I'm gonna
too.
back up with that and say it too, just in case. We do not own the rights to this music. This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. We don't own none of this, but we appreciate it though.
Right, that part. All right, so this is what we're going to do right now. We're going to bring in our special guest today into the live stream. Yay, we're so happy about this. So, all right, here we go. Please welcome Steven from the legendary group Troop to the stream, to the session, Vinyl Conversations. Yay.
Thanks for having me.
Welcome.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, hey, raise the roof.
Thank you for coming on. How are you today?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you guys doing? Thank you for having me.
We're good. We're good. Most
All right, so
appreciative.
what we're gonna do now, we're just gonna play like a couple of like under a minute of your song, because we
Okay.
don't want Facebook to mute us.
Yeah, they'll flag you,
So we're
man.
gonna
So disrespectful.
right. Come on, Facebook, get with it. All right, so we're gonna do that, and then after we play it, then we're gonna get into the lyrics.
Okay.
So here we go. Get to school each day and wait for you to pass my way, and they'll start to ring. Angel starts to sing. Hey, that's the girl for you. So what are you gonna do? Hey, little girl, I love you. You so all I do is think of you. And that's all I do. I can't get you on my mind all the time, all the time.
Hey. Oh man, do you know?
Who
Oh
was
my
that?
gosh. Do you know that first of all, the amount of times I rewind this tape, because you know back in the day, tapes was different.
It
If
was a
you rewind them
tape.
too much, they get stuck in there and they get ate. You have to pull it out.
Look, and then you have to tape it back with tape.
You have to tape it back with tape. Like it was necessary to have scotch tape on deck when you had tape, or you weren't gonna be able to fix it.
Yeah,
Just
that's a pretty
saying.
strong song right there.
That song is so strong. It was just like kind of like, can I not wait to get to school each day? Okay, let me go
Right.
over the
Right.
lyrics first before I start preaching. All right, so I'm gonna go into some lyrics right now, guys, and then we can express our how deep that was for us when we was coming up. Um,
Right.
when this song hit the radio waves. So it says, I can't wait to get to school each day and wait for you to pass my way. And bells start to ring and angels start to sing. Hey, that's the girl for you. So what are you gonna do? It says, hey, little girl, I love you. I love you so. All I do is think of you day and night. That's all I do. I can get you off my mind. Thinking back all the time, all the time. So,
Think about you all the time.
oh, my bad. Think about you all the time. My bad. Listen, we done got something wrong. Golly. Sorry, that's
Think
what the internet
about
had.
you
So,
all the
you know.
time.
So first of all, when you guys did this album, how old were you guys?
I was 18. No, I had just turned 19 when we recorded that, the second album.
Okay. So is this something that you guys wrote or you wrote, or did someone else give you this song?
No, this actually was a song written by a guy named Michael Lovesmith who wrote. He wrote the song for the Jacksons' "Moving Violations" album. It was a B-side.
Right.
Mhm.
It's actually a Jackson 5 remake.
Mm.
Right.
That's
A lot of
very
people don't know
interesting.
about that.
That is
Yeah,
very interesting because
yeah,
I
because
didn't
it
know
was a
that.
#1 record for us.
I
Right.
didn't know that that was a Jackson 5 song. So, La, can you put that in the can you put that
Yeah.
link in there? Um, so yeah, because it just sounds like when you say I can't wait to get to school each day. For me, I think we were in, when was this? 90s, in the 90s,
High,
like 91 or
high school.
something.
We were in high school. We were in high
91,
school.
91.
91. No, I was in high
Yeah,
school, but I
I
was
had
still
just
at a junior high
graduated.
school.
Yeah.
So
I was in high
yeah.
school.
So when you like, listen, I was in high school. I was just
Yeah, I had
in high
just
school.
graduated.
It was 7th to 9. I was a ninth grader. I was just in junior high. You know how California be weird. Listen,
Youngsters,
Right.
youngsters.
well, I was definitely younger, but when you think about that first line when it says I can't wait to get to school each day, even as a girl, a young girl, I identify like, man, I can't wait to
Yeah,
get to school to see my crush.
yeah.
Right. Like,
You
That's
know
what
what I
yeah.
it's
mean?
about, and how serious that is.
That was some serious, like when you had a crush, everything was serious. Like you couldn't wait to get to school to see him. You had to have the right outfit on. You needed to
Right.
do something, make sure you was noticed. Like, what am I going to do
Yeah.
today? Am I going to sit in his area? Like, so I don't know
So
if boys did that. Did boys, like all y'all watching? Did you guys do that? Did you guys can't wait to get to school each day to see a girl?
Oh, no question. And I mean, that goes for somebody at work. I mean, so even if you were an adult and you heard that song, is the same connotation of you getting to work, seeing your work wife. You know what I mean?
The work wife.
right.
Listen, them shirts. That's it. Work wife. So, yeah, you're right because it does equate to no matter what. Like because there are a lot, especially like in call centers where there's a lot of people and there's a lot of mingling going on. And a lot of people have work wives and work husbands, and you're like, man, I can't wait to see, so and so. I know he's about to have my coffee, or he gonna bring some donuts
Right.
to me today.
Exactly.
Or if you like somebody in charge, like the supervisor or somebody that go to ask all the questions, like I can't wait for him to ask me a question today. Like, ooh, I wonder if his break is the same time as mine. Like, are we gonna be in the break room at the same time?
Right. That's funny right
So
there.
was this so was the song like in a sense personal? Like were you guys going through this stuff at this time, like personally?
Um, well, I was the last one to graduate high school, so yeah, we had all went through. I know I definitely went through that. I was crushing big time in high school, so that's why the song was so. It meant so much to me. I heard the song while we were still in high school. Um,
Oh,
we got
okay.
we got our record deal when I was in the 10th grade, but we didn't actually come
Mm.
out. And our first #1 was in 1988 when I was graduating, and we tried to
10th
get the song
grade.
on the first album. We tried to do All I Do on the first album, and the record company wasn't feeling it. So the second album, I resubmitted it. Well, me and Chucky Booker resubmitted it, and they took it. So yeah, I had just experienced that whole thing in school. I was very much in love in high school.
16? That is like out of this world
It just
awesome to be able
look,
to
it's
say
following the
you got our
pattern.
first record at 16.
Yeah, we were. But we got signed when I was 16. But shoot, it took 2 years for us to get the album and get developed. It still took some time, a couple
Right, because
years.
I still have to go to school. Like, how was that? Like, did you wake up like, man, I got a record deal. I ain't got to go to school. Like, what's that?
I felt like that, but the check wasn't big enough to make you feel like that.
So,
So,
Right.
and
and then your mama wasn't gonna let you quit school, was she? Like,
my mom, my mom wouldn't let me go on tour. We had already had a song on the charts, and my mother wouldn't let me
absolutely
leave until
not.
I graduated. So, I
What was
held
that
up the
song,
entire thing.
Mamacita? What was the
Huh?
song? What was the song, Mamacita?
Mamacita was our
I
first number
spread my
one.
wings.
Yes,
Okay.
Mamacita.
Mamacita. I love you, baby. Like that's that one that you so glad. You gotta like dance, right? Like that's how you knew that. Like that's one of the ones where you're like, did they just say Senorita, Mamacita? They gotta be from California. Like there's no way they're from anywhere else.
That's
Like,
a Kelly thing.
who else says Mamacita and Senorita in a song?
That's funny. Yeah.
I'm just saying, like that's one of them things. Like you wanted to define where these guys are from. Mamacita should tell you something.
Right. A lot of people thought we were from the East Coast.
Wow, that's surprising.
Yeah, we heard that a lot, man. You guys from New York, right? You guys are back east, right? And then because Gerald Levert produced us, people thought we were from Cleveland.
So where are you guys originally from? You're from California,
Pasadena,
right?
California.
Okay.
So all of you guys are from Pasadena, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
How did you guys all meet? Was it in high school or?
In high school, well, in school, period. You know, I was going to say out here, but you know, in Pasadena, you know everybody from second grade on up. You know, you just kind of while you're in school, you just know everybody. So I had known Rodney for years, but I never knew that he was interested in performing or anything. And I used to be very popular in Pasadena. I was a dancer at first, and then I got into Michael Jackson like when I was 12. So I was super popular in my city because I was always performing Michael Jackson and stuff. And so by the time I got in high school, Rodney, I had decided I wanted to, you know, I like performing Michael Jackson so much. I wanted to be a singer or something. So at the same time, Rodney went on this TV show. You guys might not remember, but it was a TV show called Putting on the Hits back in the day.
Yeah, I remember that.
Okay. A lip sync show. And they went on this lip sync show and they won. And that's how it all started. When and Rodney, he came to me one day and was like, Steve, man, you know, you got to watch us on this show, man. We won. And then after that, he came to me and like, hey, man, this producer saw the show and wanted to know if we can sing, but we don't sing, Steve, man. You got to talk to my mom, man. You should be in the group, you know. And I had, and this is how the universe works. I had just told my mom that I wanted to be a singer, you know.
Wow.
Right.
Here comes Rodney a week later talking about this producer saw him on the show. And that's how it started. And, you know, John followed shortly thereafter. Reggie was part of the group that went on Putting on the Hits with Rodney. And I recruited Alan. You know, Rodney recruited me as a lead singer. And then I went and recruited Alan as another lead singer, you know. And that's how it happened.
That is.
Wow.
That's
our first #1 record. And our first #1 record was in 1988. Got in the group in 84 when high school started, and as I was exiting high school, I had a #1 record.
I remember that you guys had a dance called The Troop, and we used to do that.
No question.
Yes. Who came up with that?
That
like
was
who
us.
came up with The Troop?
Who came up with that?
That was us. That was me and Rodney.
I don't know if anybody knows. Like, if you are from Southern California, and you grew up in our area, there's no way you don't know.
You know,
like The Troop was a dance. Like.
Right.
Oh, no question. A nice little complicated dance too.
Nah, for real, back then for sure.
That was the original Nene.
Couldn't wait to get to school and do that dance at the school dance. Like, yeah, let's get in a line and let's do The Troop. Like, me and my girl in the line doing The Troop. You know what I mean?
Right.
That was a thing. Like, that's awesome. So let's do verse 2 of this one. It says, I begin to take the long way home just so I could be alone, to think of how to say, my heart is here to stay. Hey, I'm in love with you. I think that the world of you. So won't you please be mine?
Look, that part.
And then it goes into the hook of all I do is think about you. Day and night. I can't get you off my mind. Thinking about you all the time. And then there's a little, you know what I mean, a little hook. Girl, I want to say things that I don't want to tell you. So for me, taking a long way home. So I took the bus right to school
A lot
all
of
the
us did.
time, all of my years. So when they say take the long way home, like when you get off the bus and you really want to get home, that way that like, I just want to go home. Like I'm hungry or I'm tired, whatever the case may be, or I got something to do as soon as I get home. But you do have that way where you're like, well, if I walk that way, I can walk slower and I ain't got to deal with anybody. And I could be in my feelings because I took the long way home. Just so
Yeah,
I
I
could
did
be
it often. That was that
alone.
was
Yeah.
that was a real true life for me.
Yeah, that's real.
That
Because
was
I
a
was an only
real
child, so I used to always I appreciated those times when you had to walk by yourself. Because I mean, I was a thinker, just even way back then. I was always contemplating my life and what I wanted to do and what I saw myself. So I always use those quiet times to visualize and
right.
stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah.
Just think of how to say my heart is here to stay. My heart is here to
This
stay.
is stay. And
I'm
I
in
actually
love
changed
with
that
you.
lyric. I changed it
Why?
to my heart is here to stay. The original was you're fine in every way. You're fine in every way.
So why'd
Hey,
you
I'm
change it?
in love. Just thinking I can. I don't know.
I mean,
My heart
listen,
is here. I don't know. I just changed.
thinking of ways to say you're fine. Like, okay, that I really don't see that Jackson 5 saying that, but okay.
Yeah. You got to
Look,
listen. Mike did a great job. It sounds like a Shy Light record. Sounds like an old
right.
classic Philadelphia sound song. Man, I love the
Yeah,
Jacksons version.
yeah. Listen, I don't know. I'm probably gonna be partial because I know the Troop song "Oh So
Right.
Well" in my soul. That
I like
you
both.
know,
I like both.
Yeah.
it's a couple songs out there and I just be like, you know what? Yeah, I like it better. You know what I mean? No
Yeah.
disrespect to the original artist, but sometimes the remake is just it's hipper or newer or more adaptable, or I can understand it. Like this song right here, like I can't tell you how many times me and my friends sang this song and we
Yeah,
were sure
it's relatable. It's relatable,
we
especially
were
during that time.
It's one of those
before you
heartstring
can make
songs.
these things, you know how I used to be able to record your own self, like when they had the dual side cassettes and you could play
Oh,
something
Yeah.
no
and you
question.
could record it. We would record ourselves like we was Troop singing you guys a song. Like we had karaoke on tape.
And it's funny you say that because I used to go from cassette to cassette recording my vocals and stacking harmonies back to back like that on the cassettes. That's so
Look,
funny.
You know
that's
what I
how I
mean? Like
recorded
we
my
were doing
mixtapes.
karaoke before with like we were putting karaoke on wax.
Wow.
Can't sing
That's
worth
how
shit. We can't sing worth shit, but guess what? We thought we could back then.
we
Right.
did. We did. That's how my mixtapes came about.
That's how the came out.
That's how
That
I did
is
my mixtapes.
funny.
Like the song, like y'all song would come on the radio, but it used to come on late at night. So we'll have to wait, like stay up real late to catch it and press that record. And
And then
sometimes I would walk out of the room
hurry up and
and it
press.
already be on. I'd be, oh shoot, it already came on. And I'm in the
Yeah.
middle of it.
Listen, we be having to hurry up and wait for it because there's a commercial gonna come on after the end of the song, so
Right.
we gotta be over here like waiting to press pause. Like okay, got it. And people like, well, I got a little bit of a version. I got like 10 seconds longer, so you're gonna lose the one that was longer before the commercial came in because you're trying to get all the way. Like you know what I mean? Radio stations didn't play it until the end. Like you know what I mean? They
Yeah,
Right.
didn't
They
that
didn't play
play
sucks,
it
all
out.
that.
man.
They didn't play the
I
fade
remember
out.
that.
You know what I
Yep.
Yep.
mean?
Like
You
we
used
need
to
to
have
hear
to
the
come
complete
in like,
song.
thanks for listening to Slow Jam.
Want to hear the last ad lib.
You want to hear
Right.
to the end, like moving into the next song. You know what I mean? Like that's how
So
you listen to tapes back then, dude. The song came
right.
on, you listen to the whole song, and you knew what was coming next. So if I listen to a Truth album and I listen to All I Do Is Think of You, I know what's next. So I'm expecting that to be next. Like I don't want to
Right.
hear
Right.
nothing else. So what's next?
So look, so with the concept of the video, how did that come about? How did you guys come up with that concept?
Well, the record company um, hired the director and hired everybody. We didn't really have a solid concept for the video. We wanted it to. We were such a performance group at the time. We wanted the video to focus on us still performing, and to have you know the essence of the female, like her eyes, her holding flowers. We wanted the essence of the female, but keep it focused on the group because we were just building our brand. So we wanted people to get used to seeing us. So it really wasn't a major concept video, but the record company at that time hired the producer and director for that.
That was a great idea. The videos was always everything back then too. Like the videos came with it. Like, you know what I mean? Like you want to watch Video Soul and you want to see something that on video.
That you like,
yeah. You know what I mean? Like you wanted to see that in particular. So when you guys, because clearly you guys was very, very young, which is really awesome. So at what point did you all know, or did you know, like, man, like we are like famous now, like this is it, like you got your own dance? Like, was it before the dance?
Like registered?
Well, to be honest, the day that I graduated on a Thursday, I think I graduated on a Thursday. That Saturday, we had to go on a 90-city tour. And to be honest,
90 cities?
Yeah.
Wow.
As soon as we left California, to be totally honest, when we left California, I don't care what city we hit, we were famous. We knew we were famous when we got to the first city, and all the people came to see us and was singing our song. And I guess we're on Video Soul every day, so people, they feel like they know you, and it was amazing. But we were famous immediately, to be honest. Southside Chicago, we got a wonderful love mob. We got mobbed, but it was all love. You know what I'm saying? We were famous right away, to be honest.
That's
awesome. So how did you guys handle?
We handled it pretty good. Everybody went through their homesick, breaking down, crying. Everybody went through it one at a time during the course of the tour. But for the most part, we were a pretty tight-knit unit in the beginning. So we dealt with it amongst ourselves. Like on the bus, we'd be laughing. We really appreciated. We came from some really humble beginnings, so we were really appreciative to get out on the road and people like us and love our music. We really enjoyed it, and we enjoyed sharing it amongst ourselves on the bus, in the hotels. We enjoyed it. It was surreal to dream of becoming something. Even having the nerves or having the audacity to see yourself on stage, and you're just in the driveway, and we had the audacity to use the universe like that, and the universe gave us what we saw because we had the nerve to see it before it was there.
You manifested
just like
exactly.
You manifested.
So okay, with all the songs, right? So all the songs are kind of like love songs in a sense. So how did you guys handle the women?
Well, that kind of handles itself, It's just,
That's not an answer, sir, but okay.
we had
I mean, like y'all group control had.
We kept each other in balance. Yeah, we kept each other, but you get on the bus, you feel guilty about how you acted. Shit, by the time you arrive in the next city, you're ready to go again. You know what I mean?
Listen, I know y'all groupies had to be out. Like y'all were young kids, and I know you had grown women. Like, yep.
Oh, aunties, mothers sneaking out, leaving their daughters so they could. Oh, it was amazing. It was the greatest thing of ever. Aunties, you know what I'm saying? When aunties slide through, it's real.
You know it's real. Ain't no going back from aunties. My mama's leaving their daughters like, well, you got to go home because I'm trying to get backstage.
Yeah. It was surreal. It was really, really awesome to see. You watch it on TV, and then when it's happening to you, you kind of giggle to yourself like, get the fuck out of here, man. And it's cool. And I've always been a people watcher. So, when we were on tour, I used to get a kick out of watching even the band members, they were on stage with Troop. So, the chicks is checking them out. So I just used to get a kick off of everybody being in their element and the shit at the moment. I just got a kick out of people being happy in their place,
Right.
It was awesome, man. It was awesome.
Listen, I can only imagine. You got aunties and stuff.
Awesome.
So how many of these girls' aunties out here should be worried? I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Lucky for us, we came at a time where there wasn't another group before us except for New Edition. So we came. It was like getting to the store before anybody got there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And the sons of God saw that the daughters of men were fair and took of them wives.
Okay.
And that's the best way to explain it,
On that note, we're going to get into the last verse. Shout out to all the aunties out there. So all I do is think of you day and night. We gonna go. The hook. I'm just gonna basically.
Yeah, it's more.
I think that's it for
the last
song.
one was just all the hooks, which that's when the vocals and you really thought you could sing.
Man,
you know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like I know my best friend is on here, and I know she knows because she said, "Tam, this is our entire teenage years. This was our entire like." You didn't go a day without listening to Troop. Like that just didn't happen.
So
like, that didn't work. It didn't work that way. Like you had to. It's like one of these things like where now you be like somebody didn't listen to Troop and you got that Soulja Boy like you don't listen to Troop. Not be friends. Like awesome. I'm not gonna be with friends with anybody who says, "Yeah, I don't know who Troop is," or "I don't listen to him." I'm like, "Ooh, I'm appalled."
Right.
I am appalled.
And you don't know how to do the Troop dance? Come on now.
And you don't know how to do the dance? Yeah, you too old. You too young for me. Move along, sir. Move along. And I can't be friends with a girl who be like, "Girl, I don't know the Troop dance. What is that?" Oh, okay. Friendship request denied.
All right, so look. All right, so look. So the song "Spread My Wings," awesome song. How did that come about?
Okay, since you asked, a friend of mine, my big brother, Chucky Booker, he produced a song on our first album called My Heart.
Big up to Chucky Booker.
So on the second album, of course, I was like a Chucky-nite. I was just a little Chucky, and I just wanted to be like Chucky, writing and producing and all that stuff. And anyway, he had worked on it. He did a song on his first album called Turned Away.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And I wanted that song for Troop, and so we were working on the songs and working on music for the second album, and I wouldn't leave him alone. He played me some chords that because I was telling him we need a Turned Away, we need a Turned Away, we need it. I was relentless. So anyway, he was starting to work on his new album and had this song, this beautiful song chord, just like Turned Away, talking about spread my wings and acting like he was going to keep the song. What? No. I've been asking you for that song. I mean, I was relentless. I don't even think my group members even understand. My group members don't even realize what it took for me to get that song. But that's how we got it. I bugged Chucky Booker. I got on his nerves on purpose. I didn't care if he was mad, attitude. I made sure we got that song. And just like I thought, it was one of our biggest records to date.
It was one of the
record for a few weeks.
That's one of them other ones. Be like, spread my wings. You still gotta be like, away. Like you gotta snap to a place. Like you just gotta be like, that's it.
Look, wedding songs.
Like it's just one of those things. Like you gotta snap your fingers. You gotta bob, even though it is like slow tempo. It's not. It's just one of those things where you just like. And then y'all get the. I said, go. You're like, oh yeah,
Yep.
like it's just
Yeah.
really, you guys really were like on the forefront of a lot of teenagers in that time frame. I
Yeah, I
know that you had a lot of older people and things like that, but it really, that was my era. So it really those albums really hit for us, like, because we could absolutely relate. And I think that maybe it's because you guys were closer in age and whoever was writing them, but it was you guys' delivery
Yeah,
that
yeah.
made
right.
it, you know,
Well,
what
we
it
were so
was.
young still too, you know. We were just out of high school, so we were still young. You know, we were still there. We were still in the essence of who we were. Just now getting ready to become men, making money and being responsible away from your parents and handling and managing your own self out in the world, you know. That was a
Right.
surreal time, and to have number one records back to back like we did is like, what the freak is going on, you know?
Listen,
Right.
Because
that
when
had
Right.
to
Spread
So
My
be
Wings came
absolutely
out, it was
awesome.
over. And you know,
so with
Spread My
Spread
Wings
My
was
Wings, I'm
before
sorry.
All I Do.
Oh yeah,
So
we do
Spread
know
My
that.
Wings was like a growth type song, like you guys showing that you guys are growing, you're spreading your wings, you're getting out there. Was that kind of like the gist of the?
No, no, Spread My Wings was just a record to show the growth from one album to the next, to show that
Oh, okay. Okay.
we're growing as artists, we're growing as songwriters, we're growing as an artist just in itself. Excuse me, we're growing. And that's
Mm.
really what it was about, you know, from Still in Love and Mamacita to Spread My Wings, and All I Do Is Think of You, was just us growing, showing our fans that they could really depend on us. We know good music. You know, that was our biggest thing, is to not let our fans could trust us to entertain, to deliver great music.
To make you
You know,
feel
that's,
it. To make
yeah,
you
that's
feel
what
it.
we were
Like,
on, you know.
listen,
Yeah.
I felt it. Like, all I do is think of you. The following song right after that is "I Will Always Love You," and I'm gonna tell you what. There's nothing deeper than "I Will Always Love You."
You
Like
know,
the way
Teddy
you
did
guys
that and did Let's Chill.
did he.
What?
Teddy ripped that off and came out with Let's Chill. Let's settle
Wow.
down. Listen to the music. All you gotta do is listen to it. He took it and made a smash.
Wow.
And then I got another check off of that. Chris Brown and somebody did Another Round. Remember that song? Another Round
Uh,
that Chris Brown did. They used I Will Always Love You's music on that. I think it's Fat Joe or somebody.
Listen, "I Will
wow.
Always
So
Love
what?
You" has the best. Like, that is like,
So what songs did you actually start writing on in the
I
group?
Will
Like what
Always Love You.
songs?
I
Okay. So
wrote I Will Love
starting
Me
then.
and Alan wrote I Will Always Love You, yeah. And I wrote I'm Not Souped. I wrote the first single for that album. I'm Not Souped. I wrote that.
Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
oh,
And so
okay.
I do.
oh, I'm sorry. In the group, Shannon, she says Sweet November stays in her rotation. So did you guys write that? Did you write that song or that was Chucky?
Babyface.
Oh,
Babyface.
what?
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, Babyface wrote Sweet November. That was our last number one record, which I fought and argued to get that song on the album, and it was a number one again.
So you just
Wow.
always, like, when you feeling something, you like, listen, nope, this is it,
You
and
know,
you keep it going.
when you have a group of guys, it's assembled. You Everybody has a position to play. You know what I mean? And there's certain people who have an insight on this group thing that they're a part of. There's certain people who have insights about certain things. Rodney's insight was the choreography. You know, he knew how to get us going and get us in a place where then I can come in with my street shit and finish it off. You know, and with
Mm.
the music, I had a gift in knowing number one records, and we had them over and over again. You know.
I like that. I
Awesome.
think that is so awesome because,
It is.
listen, it turned out that you were absolutely right every
Yeah.
time. Yeah, I mean, so
Look, and we
what can
appreciate
anybody
that.
say? And I definitely appreciate you. I mean, all we're doing, all I do is think of you, and that is absolutely like groundbreaking.
Look,
Yeah, it's a
but
great
He's
song.
I
given
do
y'all.
appreciate you for this song right after that. I will
You
always
guys gave us soundtracks to our lives.
that's true. That is so true. It was literally soundtracks to our lives. What we were going through at that time. We needed a mamacita, you know what I mean, to get us, you know what I mean. But we also
Right.
needed, a spread my wings to bring us back and help us understand that you can't stay in that place for a long
Yeah.
time. You gotta get
And you
out of
needed
it.
a Sweet November.
Yeah.
And you need a sweet November.
Yep.
And
Right.
and
Yep.
and
So
And then once I once Troop took their hiatus, I started writing and producing, and all the songs that I was keeping for Troop, I started to give out and put out in the industry, and I had a lot of hits on a lot of other people. I've probably
yeah,
written songs you guys have no idea.
I've read some of your
right.
bio. So you did you've written a lot of hits. Like there's nothing else you can say except for your ability and what you can do, and you do write beautiful songs and great
Thank
songs
you.
for people.
Yeah. Like some of them are Jordan Sparks, Chris Brown,
Yeah.
Jennifer Hudson.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So
List
when
goes
you're
on.
Otis
writing
Sutter,
songs, let me
Tank,
ask you this:
Tyrese.
when you write songs, is there like a avenue, or do people call you up like, yo, hey Steven, you got something for me, or do you just be like, hey, I got a song, see who want to get, like, how do you get that,
Yeah, it's more
get
like
the Chris Brown and
for
Jordan
us.
Sparks?
Yeah, it's more like for us. You have the relationship with the record company, and when they sign an artist, they send the artist to us for 5 days. They come in on Monday, we get them from Monday to Friday, and in the course of that week, we write as many songs as we can, and only the best ones stick. You know,
Mm.
so like Your Man Ain't Me on Chris Brown's first album, that was one that stuck that I wrote, co-wrote
That
with
was
my
a
buddy
dope
Tony.
song. It's a little
You
kid
know,
singing
it's
Your Man Ain't Me. Like, wait a minute, sir, no, it's
you
not.
you write your songs, and you just you hope that you delivering to the record company what they want, because remember, when Chris Brown first came out, he didn't have any real say so of what songs he did.
Right.
Of course he had to like it in some capacity, I guess, but it was basically about the record company saying, yeah, we want this for Chris, because you're developing. So it's almost like us as writers and producers, we're part of the artist and repertoire, the A&Rs, helping the artist, helping develop the artists, getting them to sing the records well, producing them well, um, so yeah, it just comes a part of that package.
Right.
That's pretty
So
awesome.
so what do you have going on now? Like let everybody know that what you have going on now.
I have my first film. I just directed and produced my first short film series called Day One, Day
Mm.
Ones, um, a 10 episode series. Excuse me, 10 episode short film series. So I'm finishing editing that. Um, I just finished episode 2 of the Troop documentary called Tales of a Boy Band, where all
Oh,
5 members have a episode that they tell their side of Troop from their perspective. So
when's
I'm
that come
finishing
out?
that up. It's going to be great. Everybody in the group, instead of it just being an overall documentary, you get to hear what everybody saw from their eyes and
Right.
what they
Right.
perceived. Even about the other members, everybody's going to tell what they perceived at that time about the guys that they were with. It's pretty interesting, man. It's pretty revealing.
So that's like a document, like an unsung documentary, except
No
for
Right.
question.
like,
But
yeah,
only it's more in depth. Unsung keeps it limited.
absolutely.
Right.
Well, you
I'm
said
directing and
documentary, so
shooting
yeah, of
this.
course it's gonna be longer than an hour episode of
Right.
Unsung, which
Yeah,
is still a dope
yeah.
show though, because they do a good job in that hour.
So
Oh
Um,
yeah, I
when's
love it.
that
what
supposed
is Day
to
One's about?
release?
Day Ones is about two young guys that grew up in South Central LA, uh, that were influenced by the streets, and one of the guys' father, which I play, and it's actually my son. My son Steven Jr. is the lead. Um,
Oh, okay.
what I'm doing is while they're getting away with these crimes and doing this stuff, I'm constant. I'm that God voice, just getting him to see
Mm.
that they're they're creating this experience that they're experiencing, that they have a choice. You know, it's just like getting on an elevator going to another floor. You have a choice to choose your experience. You create your own experience by what you
You're right
believe,
about
what you know, we
that.
go,
Right.
you know, we talk, you know, the guys came up, you know, some didn't have a mom, you have these things that create your personality, and you grow up angry. So you're robbing people and you're victimizing people, but you're angry inside, son. You know, so it's a street boys in the hood, snow in the bluff type movie, but it has a really strong esoteric message about you looking inside yourself and dealing with those things, whether it's molestation, no matter what you went through, there's always a seed planted to help you on this journey, right?
Right.
So
Choices.
uh
Choices. When do they both
it's
come out?
about
When are these both slated? Like day ones and then the Troop documentary?
um uh, I'm not sure. I'm still finishing up both, so it's hard for me
Oh,
to say, but I'm still finishing up both. The Troop documentary will definitely be more likely to be the beginning of next year, 2021.
mm.
But day ones is almost finished, so we're looking for a home, whether it's Netflix or Hulu, right now for day ones. You guys are gonna enjoy it.
Nice.
It's pretty simple and cool.
Nice.
Wow.
That
So
is
Yeah,
any new music? Because you did
yeah. I
release an
just
album,
released.
right? Yeah.
I have 4 solo albums that I release under my own record company called the Motel Music Media. I have a bunch of singles that I just release content. You know, I'm like a label. It's independent, so it's not a lot of promotion or anything. But you know, and today, you know, there's millions of people going through clicking like and downloading whatever they want. You know, so I
Right.
have 4 solo albums. The first one is So Random. The second one is the Wedding Singer. The third album was called Swept Away, and my latest album that I just released is under my. Everybody calls me Lil Steve, so I did the album under that name. It's called Lil Steve Trapsody. So it's
Ah,
me just touching in on what what the youngsters is into right now. Letting them know
that sounds like
um,
a youngster named Lil
the
Steve
old.
Rhapsody.
That's what everybody
Got
calls
it
me, Lil Steve. So
now.
I thought it was perfect for today. So my latest album is called Trapsody. My single off of Trapsody is a song called All Night Long, and the B-side to that is In My Feelings. Really good music. If you guys are interested, please go and check out Trapsody by Lil Steve, and
Where
share it
they
with your
finding these
friends.
albums at? Where are they streaming, or do they follow you
Everywhere the
online? Or
downloads, everywhere the downloads are sold, you'll find Lil Steve Trapsody. You'll find all my music, iTunes, everywhere,
okay,
okay.
absolutely everywhere.
We'll post it in the comments.
Okay, thank you. I appreciate
we'll
it.
definitely get that going for you, because that's our way of showing our appreciation of you coming on here and going through your
I
history with
appreciate
us,
that. I
because
appreciate
Right,
that a lot.
because especially with the information, because a lot of people don't know the backstory to these lyrics.
Yeah,
So this is why we do this.
yeah,
Like we want
yeah,
to, we want to get more in depth into what was going on. So
yeah.
it's good that you was able to come on. But
because
we do hear music in the background. You doing music?
Yeah, I'm actually working on a new group right now, a young group called High Key. Awesome
high
trio.
key, nice.
So I'm giving some of this nostalgic old love back to the youngsters for these young guys.
You
You
know,
know.
contrary to popular belief, a lot of these young kids listen to a lot of the what was now considered old school for us, and they like it. So even
Yeah,
though some of this music that we see nowadays, we like, oh my god, like what are they saying? Like,
Yeah.
you know, what I mean? And we all know that R&B has definitely it's harder, because they want
yeah,
you to have a rap song with just a hook. You know what I mean? That feel good music, like true feel good music. Like it's like, I ain't saying that
but
it's
with the
not
baby
made.
on the
I'm just
verse.
saying it's just not on the.
The baby making music.
Well, we don't want too many of these youngsters making babies, but uh, it's just hard. It's harder to get that same feeling from, what I mean?
Yeah,
Like it's harder to break into this industry when you're just an R&B singer. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying, like, it was
Yes.
easier when it was Troop and Jodeci and all these other people. Now it's like, who?
Well, nobody's doing that kind of music anymore. There are no
Right.
groups. There's no, you know, I did B2K. I wrote and produced for them, and that was like the last of the Mohicans of the Black R&B groups. You know what I mean? I did a song called "Gots to Be" for them. That was a really big hit, and a song called "Why I Love You."
Right.
Just trying to
It's
keep that
really
nostalgic,
hard.
true New Edition style going, you know, within R&B, young R&B. So that's why I'm working on these guys, as I'm doing the same thing. You know, just music is
It sounds
music.
good.
But
Thank you.
it's like you said, how you said that you guys were the first boy band group after New Edition. So anybody
yeah.
that comes out now and you're able to run with that, like it's a platform out
You
there
got
for
the
you to run
blueprint.
with it. You know what I mean? Because you know what I mean. It's a lot of solo. You got Trey Songz and Neo. You got all these
Yeah.
people. Groups though,
Yes. No groups.
no
No
groups.
groups. That's why it's a perfect opportunity right now for somebody to come. And what people don't realize is that women are still the same. Women still love and
Yes,
they
say
want to
it
hear
again. Say
lovely
it
things.
again.
You know, they'll put up with
Women
you, tell them
still
to
love
shake their
love.
ass,
Say it again. Say it
twerk
louder.
it like
Women
this.
still love love. Like, can we
You
get
know, so that's, you know, I'm gonna always keep loving it with what I do, because I know. I mean, you know, when I remembered how this group called Ready for the World, I remember how they affected all of the
Yep.
females when I was
what?
young.
Yes,
When I was working on
absolutely.
Chris Brown's second album. You know, the first thing that I thought of is, you know, while everybody was in the room trying to come up with ideas, I was saying it would be awesome if I could do some Ready for the World type shit on him, because his audience won't even know that that style comes from something else, and they're going to be affected the same way. And that's what I
Right.
did with the Take You Down. That here we are, all
Yep.
alone
That
in
take
this
you down.
room.
That's one of
That's
them.
Melvin Riley type shit.
Take
You
you
know what I mean? That's Ready
down.
for the World.
You gotta
Yeah.
put that on your about to get some sick replay. That goes on the mixtape. Take you down.
Oh yeah. So those kind of songs, I just want to keep that alive, like with whatever I work on. I haven't been doing a lot of music lately, but whatever I get involved in musically, it's definitely going to be with love.
Right.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when outside does reopen, are you guys doing any tours or anything?
Yeah, we were touring strong before this whole thing got shut down. So it's just a lot of rescheduling and stuff like that. But Troop is definitely coming to a local
What?
town, local city.
When y'all coming to
Yeah,
Phoenix?
we've
I need to be
been
on
touring
top of
for the
that.
past 20 years. So we're definitely out there still getting it in. You know,
Yeah,
having a
I
lot
saw
of
you
fun
guys.
stuff.
I did. I saw
I
you
have
guys
not seen you guys,
in
but when you
Montclair.
open back up and you come to Phoenix,
Okay.
Arizona, listen. When you come to Phoenix, Arizona, I need you to just be like, okay, I'm coming to Phoenix. That girl that was on Vinyl Conversation, she need a backstage pass because I need to meet y'all.
Right.
I'm just gonna throw my
Right.
I'm just gonna throw my whole groupie out here, and I'm not a groupie like that, but I would really like to meet y'all in real life.
Oh, it's
And
all
So
good.
wait,
It's
so
all
I
good.
feel like this foundation got me a backstage pass. That's all I'm saying. That's all
Right.
I'm saying. It's just when you hear my name, you're gonna be like, "Damn, it sounds familiar." Oh, Tamarish, yeah, Vinyl Conversations playing letter back here.
I got you.
You got me, see?
I
I'm
definitely
like,
got
yeah.
you.
Steve said he got me. We did Vinyl
look, hey, I'm
Conversations
coming
on
too.
June
What you talking
14th,
about? Hey,
2020. Okay, so me and Latifah gonna be there. So
All good. But we definitely touring as soon as this opens back up. You know, we got dates up in Sacramento. We got dates. We got a few dates in different places. Like I
okay,
said, they're
so
just
2 shows in, we're
rescheduling and
gonna need
stuff.
backstage passes too, right? We're gonna need the one in LA, and then we're gonna need the one in
And you know, they canceled Earth Day in Inglewood, so they're gonna reschedule that too. So Truth will be doing Earth Day as well.
Oh,
right.
nice.
Okay, so look, so when I actually saw you guys in Montclair earlier this year, you guys did it with the live band. So you're gonna continue
Yeah,
that too with the okay.
yeah, we're gonna keep the band, because we feel like at this point, when we were younger, it was just about the energy and us just being so performing and just wanting to be extra showman. But now in our sweet years, now it's time to really be intimate and you
Right.
know
Live
really
bands
just
are awesome.
be the most of, really express the music in its real form. So that's what we're into now.
Live bands
Right.
are awesome. I appreciate any artist that comes on with a live band because it gives you a different effect, which are
Feel.
you supposed to like.
Yeah.
You want to listen to it on a CD back when we was coming up, tape CDs, whatever. But as an artist,
The
this is how
live
I feel.
experience.
You have to have that live experience. You have to change it up a bit.
Yeah,
Keep
I hear
it,
you.
you know what I mean? To keep it like yes, you're gonna sing the same song, but you need that extra something to be like, man, I saw them live. It was awesome. I was expecting it to sound like the tape or the CD or the whatever it is now, the stream.
Right. Total
Now
different
I get a
experience
total
live.
difference when I got a band in the background and they give
Because
me
that's real magic. You got
Right,
everybody who's excellent at what they do in sync and in unison. That's magic.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
You know what I mean? You can't replace that.
No, you
There's
cannot.
nothing
Definitely.
like that's why
I
Charlie
want to
Wilson
hear
and
that
Keith Sweat is
extended
always done so
version
well.
of All I Do Is Think of You. You know what I mean? I want to hear that extra. Ooh, like, oh, that wasn't on the tape. I like it. You know what I mean? Like, I want to hear that extra. You know what I mean? Like, that's when you know you truly enjoy the music, when you enjoy the live version of, you know what I mean, the rawness. So,
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
and Troop. Oh, let me. Troop just released a new single
Wait,
called
what? We holding
Forever.
back?
like,
we got
right, what you gonna tell us?
we have two new singles. We have a brand new single and video called Forever. That's out right now, and we have
Rod, can you
a
drop that?
B-side to that called I Know, that we just released.
Okay.
And me and Alan, the two lead singers, myself and Al Mack, we just released Lady in My Life. We redid Michael Jackson's Lady in My Life. So you guys got to check that out.
What? Okay.
Yeah,
It's all on your platforms, right?
Yes, we just did Lady in My Life. We're under the name of Inky and Enlil.
What is it? Spell it.
ENKI
Okay.
and ENLIL. Inky and Enlil.
Okay.
All right, got it.
So check us out. We got the video and single Lady in My Life out. So we got a lot of music. We have a lot of music.
We just dropped it in the group, so you'll get some people, you know what I mean, gonna watch it, download it, do the thing.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what we're here for.
Go get that.
You waited till the last minute to tell us about some new music.
Right. You was gonna keep that all to yourself?
I tripped out.
You tripped out. You just
we got a brand new video out, guys.
You're trying to go with
we got a brand new video out right now.
Are y'all dancing?
Still looking decent. No, the song is slow. It's produced by one of the guys in the group, Rodney Benford. His nephew ended up being one of the hottest producers in the rap game right now. His name is Hit Boy. He did Niggas in Paris. I mean, it's too much to name. But anyway, he produced this record. I wrote it and he produced it, called Forever. And it's pretty good. We got the new single and video out. It's pretty nice. You got to check it out.
That's cool.
Yeah, definitely. We're gonna check it out. Support.
We definitely gonna get you some support, get you some more views, some more followers.
Nice. And get that Trapsody, Lil Steve Trapsody out right now.
We got you.
We got you. But yeah, we definitely appreciate you coming on. Appreciate you taking out your time. We're gonna let you get back into the studio.
Well, thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Listen, don't forget about them 2 backstage passes for the
Listen, hey, don't let me forget. How about
that?
Look, we not.
Wait a minute. What's her name? Latifah Tamarisha. Like, you can't forget that. Like, that's
Latifah and how you say Marisha?
Tamarisha.
Tamarisha. Yeah, you don't have to remind me. I'm getting older now. Shit.
How you get your
Hey, this is Tam. Remember Tam?
Tam works too. But you're not gonna remember Tam. You see a bunch of Tammys, Tamara. You're gonna come across Tamarisha, so you're gonna be like, yeah, it's something.
Yeah, Tamarisha. I'm gonna be like, yep, I know exactly. You're right. I know exactly who that is.
Listen, because of that, I want my backstage passes. Me and my cousin over here. Live, we do that. But no, definitely appreciate you coming through and going over the history of everything, because that's what we try to
need it.
To people things that they didn't know, and to feel how the artist felt. We want to know like what was really going on. Like we are we are our own version of unsung. We get to cuss on here and act.
That's awesome. No, I love
It
it.
go deeper.
You should have told me
do
I
a little
could
bit
cuss.
more. Huh?
Look, you
Should
can
have told
be
me I could
yourself.
cuss.
You did cuss. You don't
I'm
remember
just
that?
playing.
I was like, wait a minute, because you cursing, and I was like,
You should have
all
told me
right.
shit.
No,
All
but
right, so
definitely.
look. So on that note, can you take us out on something like a little verse or something on one of the songs that you enjoy, either "Spread My Wings" or "All I Do Is Think of You"?
We were really like All I Do Is Think of You because we was trying to stay on topic with this one, but sidetracked.
All I do is think of you. Day and night, it's all I do. I can't get you off my mind. Think about you all the time. All the time.
Hey,
Yeah.
Don't make me shy.
Thank you, Steven.
thank you so much, sir. Have a great rest of your day and stay safe out there. All right.
Hey, thank you for having me. Thank you, guys.
Bye.
Right.
Bye-bye.
Bye. All right. That was awesome.
Another awesome show, guys. We appreciate y'all for watching. Listen.
Yes.
Awesome
another awesome show. But look, y'all definitely tune in as usual because you don't know who's going to be on the show.
You don't know. Listen, what's coming is everything coming in the next month. Y'all gonna be like, wow. Like people always ask me, like, how y'all get this person? I'm gonna tell y'all right now. Latifah does the footwork of getting these people. I just show up to work at 1:00. I don't. You'll probably see me and be like, who? Like, why is this chick inboxing me? Like, I don't do that. Listen, she does all that, all the grunt work, and I appreciate her. And I just show up to work. So I'm the lazy one. Keeping it real. I just show up for work, but everything that's coming, you guys, you're really gonna enjoy it. And we're always working on more and more artists to get on here to make this show
exactly
even more successful, because I feel like we are successful already, but just to get it even more successful, we're working in the background to try to get that for you guys.
In the background.
Every day you guys show up, we appreciate you always participating and commenting. Like that means a lot to us, because that knows that we are being successful when we can get that kind of interaction.
Right. So we definitely appreciate you guys coming out today. You know, you can catch the replay in the group, or you can catch the replay on our YouTube channel, which you can just go to vinylconversations.club, hit YouTube, and you'll see all our shows. Like right now, there's like 10 shows there. So wow, we did 10 shows.
Yes, and every episode we dropping these t-shirts, guys. So like I said in the group, if whoever watched Eric Roberson, you know about that hot trash that's gonna be available this week. I'm really just gonna be trying to put the work wife, work husband.
Yeah. We about to look. Steven just coined that phrase.
We just coined that work wife. We gonna work with it, work wife, and we gonna add work husband because us ladies need something too. But I think that's a great shirt to wear. So just check out the merchandise, guys, and check us next week. We appreciate you.
All right. Stay tuned. Peace.